from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Thursday, August 13th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. There was a stabbing and a shooting at Sherman Hills in Wilkes-Barre on Wednesday. City police say Al Dunlap of Nanticoke was stabbed during a fight. He then fired a shot at a man who stabbed him. Dunlap's injuries were non-life-threatening. The man who stabbed him fled and is still on the run. The suspect's name has not been released, though police have identified him as a resident of Sherman Hills. Police also say Dunlap provided multiple accounts of the incident when interviewed. This is the fourth time this year and second time in a week that someone was injured at the troubled housing complex. Another spice arrest in Wilkes-Barre. City police say they found 28-year-old Joseph Thompson unresponsive on a bench along South Main Street Wednesday evening. But police said Thompson was conscious and under the influence of spice to the degree where he was a danger to himself and an annoyance to others. Thompson was also found to be carrying suspected spice and drug paraphernalia. Pottsville police say two men charged with killing a man last week were responsible for another robbery and burglary 3 weeks earlier. Police Chief Richard Wojciechowski said that investigating the August 6th murder of 59-year-old, they discovered suspects 18-year-old Joshua Lukacs and 21-year-old Chevy Nadar Thomas had been involved in home invasion elsewhere in town. The two forced entry into a home where a 64-year-old man lived alone and forced him to give them money from his wallet. Then they made him stay in his bedroom for 10 minutes while they fled. While Lukacs and Thomas were being interviewed in connection with the killing of Brock, Wojciechowski said that the two admitted they were responsible for that robbery. The victim told investigators that he had been too scared to report the incident because Thomas and Lukacs threatened to kill him if he did. Brock was found in the early morning hours outside his 14 South 12th Street home and died a short time later at a hospital. Police say Thomas and Lukacs attacked the man inside his home. He died from a massive hemorrhage due to multiple stab wounds. Hazleton police are investigating a home burglary that was discovered last evening. It happened near 1st and Locust Street on the northwest side. No details were released regarding what may have been stolen. Police ask anyone with information to contact them at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. The J.W. Cooper Community Center in Shenandoah was vandalized over the last few days. Someone broke into the building and smashed window panes Tuesday evening. Owner Kent Steinmetz reported the vandalism on Facebook Wednesday morning. He said 4 windows were broken from the inside out. The break-in was through the first floor rear door at the northeast corner of the building. The community center is the former J.W. Cooper School. Steinmetz has been trying to refurbish it and schedule events at it. He does have the Cooper Cup golf tournament on August 28th. Some of the proceeds from it will go towards repairs on the building. There may be something of a compromise in Luzerne County's request for municipalities to take over the county's roads. WYLN's Gary Perna has more from one community that is looking into it.
Butler Township officials say they are willing to take ownership or maintain roads for the county if they are repaired to an acceptable standard. Supervisor Charlie Altmiller said they are considering it.
We went to the meeting last night and we had a positive outcome. I mean, the township would gain because we would be receiving the liquid fuel money for the roads that we gain, and there's also other bills in place to help support the cost of bridges and things of that nature. So we're still investigating that.
Several other representatives from other municipalities said they would consider plowing and maintaining county-owned roads and bridges if the county would pay them to do so.
It's something that we as supervisors should be looking at for the residents of Butler Township because the roads are in pretty bad shape right now, the county roads. And I think that we can work with the county and our road crew and we can make a big improvement.
Earlier this year, the county tried to get municipalities to take over county-owned roads so they could abolish the road and bridge department. So far, there have been no takers.
The first requirement that Butler wants is that the roads have to come up to state spec before we even consider taking them over. There was the Honey Hole Road that road was just done a year ago, so we're okay with that road right now. And we were told that West County Road, West Foothills Drive, was going to be brought up to state specs before we take that over. Now, last night there was a little question if that's going to happen or not.
But officials from several municipalities attended a hearing the county held last night, and they said they're not completely opposed of the idea if the county offers incentives. Most said they wanted to know how much they would receive from state liquid fuel taxes to cover the cost of repairs. Municipal officials say the estimates from the county of $30,000 to $40,000 per mile are unrealistically high. The county owns 127 miles of roadway and 310 bridges. They are all over the county, and most are not connected to each other. Many municipalities say they just cannot afford to take on more roads when they're barely getting by themselves. In Butler Township, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. If you thought you heard the sirens of the nuclear power plant in Salem Township near Berwick, you heard correctly. Talon Energy was testing all of its sirens around 11 o'clock this morning. Each siren sounded once for 3 minutes. Officials were testing the sirens to ensure that they were working properly in case of an emergency. Just after 7 o'clock this morning, the McAdoo Streets Department began preparing the roads in the borough for repair. The borough is doing all of the prep work, like fixing the grates on the streets, and then Hazelton Site Contractors is doing all of the milling and paving on the roads. We spoke with McAdoo foreman Drew Yaselski.
Different parts of the town are being milled, paved, overlaid. We're installing about 5 new storm drains. We're repairing storm drains on Cleveland Street that we're on right now, Sherman Street, and then we're putting new ones in on Madison and new ones in on Washington and Cleveland there.
The roads that will be repaved are up on your screen now and are expected to be completed by next Thursday.
Yeah, they're doing curb to curb. On some streets they're doing an overlay, which is an 1.5 inch overlay. On other streets they're doing milling, and they're milling down 5 inches. They're going to put 3.5 inches of base, 25 millimeter, and then an 1.5 inches of top, which is 9.5 millimeter.
Residents are asked to obey signs posted in the borough when it comes to driving on the streets and or parking. Let the countdown begin. Each day, WYLN, the official television station of the Fun Fest Parade, will be counting down the days to Fun Fest weekend in downtown Hazelton. Fun Fest is scheduled for September 12th and 13th, and today marks 30 days until Fun Fest, so make sure to mark your calendars. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe, you said the sun would be shining today, and it certainly did without a cloud in the sky. And hopefully we'll see more days like this as we head into our weekend.
Yeah, overall things shaping up to be pretty nice across our area heading into the weekend, and right now things are fairly quiet across the Northeast. No precipitation to deal with. Just a few lingering clouds throughout parts of the state of Pennsylvania, but that pretty much is about it. We have been dry over the past 6 hours. We'll continue to be dry as we head into this evening. Boy, there's a lot of hot, humid air throughout much of the nation. Take a look at these high temperatures, 24 hours. Some of this hotter air is going to start to make its way into our area. I'll be explaining when in a little bit, but temperature-wise right now, pretty comfortable. 73 in New Ingles, 78 in Berwick, and 79 degrees in Danville. A complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, we'll hear from this year's Fun Fest Parade Grand Marshal, Albina Madden. Plus details on this morning's Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce Red Carpet Breakfast with guest speaker, Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Coriel Stevens. That and much more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, Weather with Joe Garbacik, and Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Greater Hazelton's end of summer celebration. The annual homecoming is almost here. Mohican Sun at Pocono Downs presents Fun Fest in Center City, Hazelton, September 12th and 13th, with great ethnic and festival food and free entertainment. Always a crowd favorite is the fantastic Fun Fest Parade. New this year is a corporate float competition. Admission is free, parking is free. For more details, call the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce or go to funfestpa.org. Fun Fest is made possible by these sponsors.
Stop by Flo's Deli in Mountaintop for a great bite to eat. The deli serves fantastic sandwiches made with boar's head meat, and Flo makes all of her own ciabatta and sourdough rolls fresh every day. There is plenty of seating for you to dine inside or while the weather is warm outside on their beautiful deck. And stop in for a drink. They are now serving beer and a variety of mixed drinks. Flo's Deli open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., 683 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountaintop. Call Flo at 570-301-6893.
WYLN TV 35 has strong ties to the community, as evident in its commitment to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to northeastern Pennsylvania continues with a broadcast of Hazelton's Fun Fest Parade and both the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants of Spare Hill Climb, and throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Fun Fest is just 30 days away, and this year's theme is homecoming, and the Grand Marshal has been announced for the annual parade. WYLN spoke with the honored guest yesterday in downtown Hazelton. Albina Madden, better known as Beanie to all who know her, is a 1950 graduate of Hazelton Area High School and has been chosen as this year's Grand Marshal in the Fun Fest Parade as part of its homecoming theme. Madden, the mother of three, Joe, Carmine, and Mark, is honored to have been chosen to lead this year's parade in downtown Hazelton.
It's an honor, and it's really going to be fun. It's really great. I always came down to see the parade. Now I'll be in it. Always watched the kids in it when they were in the grandkids and my daughter. It was fun.
Julie Ferry, Fun Fest Public Relations Coordinator, says choosing Beanie was easy.
Well, with our theme of homecoming this year, we thought what better person to embody the homecoming spirit. What do you come home to see? Your mom. Who's the most famous mom in Hazelton? Beanie Madden. So it was a natural choice for us to honor her and make her our Grand Marshal for this year.
And the first thing that popped into Beanie's head when she got the call to be the Grand Marshal?
Why me? That's the first thing that came in my head. What do? I'm just work, go home, go to bed, go to work.
Beanie's son Mark will be driving her in the parade, and although it has not been decided if she'll be wearing her son Joe Madden's Chicago Cubs jersey or not, those attending Fun Fest or chamber events before Fun Fest will have the opportunity to win a signed jersey of Madden's.
The jersey was donated to us by the Madden family, autographed by Joe Madden himself. We will have it for raffle at any chamber event. We have upcoming mixers, we have upcoming breakfasts that will be available. You can purchase chances all during Fun Fest weekend. The chances are $5 for 26 chances, and at the end of Fun Fest weekend, we'll be raffling it off to one lucky winner.
And if you plan on attending the 37th annual Fun Fest Parade scheduled for September 13th in downtown Hazelton, make sure to say hi to the Grand Marshal.
Come to the parade and I'll wave at you.
And congratulations on being chosen. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, we'll hear from Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Coriel Stevens after we spoke this morning at the monthly Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce Red Carpet Breakfast. Stay tuned, more news is headed your way. All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. We will be visited by some patients that you met on a previous show. Jeanette and her husband Greg is with her. She's going to tell you about her tremendous success story, from tragedy to perseverance to triumph through chiropractic care. Their story this week. Join us.
Well, pretty nice day across our region today, northeastern Pennsylvania, and we got lots of sunshine, a few clouds here and there, but no precipitation to deal with whatsoever. It is comfortable when you walk outside. Those humidity levels relatively low and temperatures fairly nice. Here's a look at the map for today, and well, we got high pressure building in, and that's going to allow us to see the sunshine, and the sunshine's going to stick around for the next couple of days. Now there will be a chance of a scattered or isolated shower or storm here and there, but other than that, for the most part, we're going to continue to remain dry, and it's looking pretty nice over the next couple days. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Hazleton. All points remaining dry. Live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. We're still in the 70s. Dew point numbers in the lower 50s, so it feels comfortable when you walk outside. 72 now Mount Pocono, 83 in Philly, 78 in Williamsport, 79 in Selinsgrove, and 75 degrees in State College. Upper 70s to near 80 degrees in the Wyoming Valley area. Winds generally averaging about 5 or so miles per hour. Precipitation confined up toward the north, upstate New York, but for our area, it's been dry. Just a couple of clouds, and we'll stay dry as we head through tonight. And as we head through tomorrow, not looking too bad across our area, and the weekend at this point shaping up to be pretty nice. Maybe the lone threat of a shower or thunderstorm, but that pretty much is about it. Looking at the numbers through tonight, falling down into the 50s, and tomorrow we're up into the 70s. Many areas will be in the lower 80s, and we're going to be bringing in some warmer air as we head into this upcoming weekend. So it starts with tomorrow. We'll start to see some of those temperatures start to increase, and they're going to continue to increase over the next several days. And as we start going into early next week, and those humidity levels will start to increase as well over the next couple of days. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect. It does look nice going into tomorrow and Saturday. You know, there's that lone threat of a shower or storm around, and looking pretty good for Sunday and Monday. How about Monday? We'll be up into the mid to upper 80s. Some areas will be near 90 degrees, and then we'll hold in the 80s as we head into the middle part of next week. Our Pennsylvania Lottery daytime drawing numbers: the pick 219, the pick 3053, the pick 44040, and the pick 5 numbers 39128. Treasure hunt numbers 1, 11, 25, 27, and 30. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314. Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
The Chamber of Commerce hosted a red carpet breakfast in Hazleton this morning and invited a special guest from the Pennsylvania Supreme Court to speak on topics such as internet safety. Our Julie Stefanovich has more on this story.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce Red Carpet Breakfast welcomed Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Coriel Stevens. The event was held at Sisters by Day and 3 Bobby D's by Night in Hazleton. The topic of the breakfast was privacy rights and how social media affects them. Many new cases are showing up in the court system, and Justice Stevens gave us an example of how the legal precedent is changing.
What if you're at a job interview and an employer says, okay, I'm interested in hiring you. I want you to come around to my desk right now, get on my computer and get into your Facebook account because I want to look at the pictures. Did you give up your right to privacy when you took the job interview? If you say no, what happens? And so on. There are a lot of issues coming up with the courts. What's private and what's not. So a lot of these issues are before the courts and they're working their way up to the appellate courts.
Hackers can also use free Wi-Fi in establishments to access people's personal information and bank accounts. Stevens urges everyone to be vigilant. Chat rooms are also a cause for legal concerns.
Use common sense when you're on a public Wi-Fi. You know, you want to go on and check the news, fine, but don't go into your personal accounts. No passwords. Don't give out your password. Just a lot of common sense that people forget about. And agreeing to the terms of service. I don't do it myself all the time, but it's good to read what you're agreeing to. And I know most people don't. They just click, okay, I agree, let me on the website. And you don't know what you're agreeing to. A lot of the times you're agreeing to giving up some of your privacy.
The Red Carpet Breakfast was sponsored by Coordinated Health, who supports Justice Stevens and the work that he has done on the Supreme Court and for his bipartisanship.
He works to bring parties together rather than apart. And in this country, more than ever, this is what is needed. The zero-sum game that is being played in our state capitals, in our federal capital in Washington, is hurting more than anyone the small and large businesses, the small, large, and medium businesses that are really the foundation of America, foundation of its economy.
The next Red Carpet Breakfast is scheduled for September 24th. To find out more on the Chamber or how to become a member, log on to hazletonchamber.org. Reporting for WILN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WILN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
Join us this week on Women Today. Linda Santorani from Elson & Company is going to teach you how you can unleash your inner creative diva. We'll have another great wine from Simply Homebrew, a little bit of dragon fruit there. Kathy's going to cook with you. She'll tell you what you can pair with it. We'll have another great giveaway from Linda. We'll tell you who won that great gift from last week, and we'll tell you who our sensational senior is. It's coming up this week on Women Today.
Preseason polls are largely irrelevant because it's what happens on the field that matters. But they're still fun to discuss and analyze. Yesterday, the Anthracite League coaches released their 2015 preseason rankings. Defending conference champ North Schuylkill voted number 1 again. Lehighton enters year 2 in the league as the second-ranked team. Blue Mountain and Marion, who both enjoyed playoff success, numbers 3 and 4, while Tamaqua rounds out the top 5. Jim Thorpe, Schuylkill Haven, Monoy, Minersville, Panther Valley, and Shenandoah Valley make up 6 through 11. Number 6 on that list, Jim Thorpe. WYLN's Gabriella Justin explains that the Olympians hope to develop some Olympic strength to remain consistent throughout games and throughout the season.
The Jim Thorpe Olympians ended their 2014 season with a 7-3 record after going 7-0 at the start of last season. Head coach Mark Rosenberger, who is heading into his 18th season as the Olympians head coach, feels that the trouble during their last 3 games was due to the strength that the team lacked. Now, Rosenberger has hopes that the adjustments made in the weight room during the offseason will result in improvements that will lead his team to playoffs and a championship title.
We're hoping the different things we did this winter into the spring will carry over to the football field from week 1 through week 10.
Jim Thorpe's strength and conditioning coach, Blake Yurchek, detailed the players' new workout plan and the keys to bettering the team.
Every day, really putting in the work. Consistency is the biggest thing. Following the program, eating right. We implemented a nutrition program which really helped the kids really come along, and I think that we made strides this year that we couldn't reach last year.
Junior captain Antonio Madera knows what it feels like to win a football championship title. During his freshman season 2 years ago, the Olympians earned that big stage title. Madera trusts that the work he and his teammates have been putting into the weight room will set them up for another championship title this season.
I think we were getting tired in like the third and fourth quarter, second half, and a lot of the teams were out strengthening us and out conditioning us. So this year I think we'll be doing a lot better.
One returning key player that both coaches and players commend for his hard work and dedication on and off the field is senior captain Kevin Vitti. This will be Vitti's second season as team captain at Jim Thorpe.
I just have to lead them by example and vocally. Like when they get down, I have to, try to amp them up and get everybody going. And I feel like me as well as Antonio as the other captain, we both do a good job with that.
And apparently some sacrifice is part of being a good team captain. A hoarse-voiced Madera explains.
I like to get the team pumped up and yell even though I lose my voice.
Years ago, the Olympians at Jim Thorpe coined the nickname Red Swarm as a term to describe the team's defense. Coach Rosenberger and Vitti give further detail on what it's like to live up to that feared moniker.
We really emphasize defense first there at Jim Thorpe, and I think it's predicated upon team defensive speed and just hustling around the field as much as possible, pretty much reckless abandonment.
We all love to play defense. We all love to fly around and just make plays, and we feel like we could do a good job retaining the name, the Red Swarm.
Jim Thorpe's off-season hard work in the weight room will be put to the test of their first home game of the season on September 4th against Minersville. For WYLN Sports, I'm Gabriella Justin.
Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
The Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival will be held Saturday, August 15th from 4 until 8 p.m. at the Best Western Genetti Inn and Suites in Hazleton. Come sample over 50 local wines and craft beers, taste some great food, and listen to some great music provided by one of Northeastern Pennsylvania's premier cover bands, Ostrich Hat. You must be 21 to enter, and tickets are available the day of the festival or in advance at hazletonrotary.ticketleap.com. Don't miss the Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival, Saturday, August 15th.
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
It is looking very nice across our area over the next couple of days. Dry conditions, comfortable conditions now with temperatures fairly nice, low humidity values, but those numbers are going to continue to go up over the next couple of days. How high, you might ask? Well, here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Make them some good days for yourself because they're going to be very nice. In the 70s for tomorrow. We're up in the 80s for Saturday as well as Sunday. Mid to upper 80s for Monday, staying in the 80s going into next week. The hottest at this point will be Monday. There's going to be some areas that will be near 90, if not in the lower 90s. And again, looking pretty nice. I don't think anybody's going to really complain.
All right. Did you see the meteor shower last night?
No, unfortunately, I was unable to. Did you?
No, it was actually raining.
We had the clouds around, and some of them cleared out, but unfortunately, it wasn't the nicest of night.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight. Hopefully that rain will stay away if there's any in the forecast. But I know some of my friends did see it, and they said it was pretty cool.
Depending upon where you're at, yep.
All right. Well, hopefully, if you get the chance, go see if there's a meteor shower happening. All right. Have a good night, everyone.